Welcome to episode Lucky 7 of Startup Website Reviews, inspiring you to change the internet one website at a time. I'm your host, Rob Walling of softwarebyrob.com, and I'm coming to you from Fresno, California. My goal with every episode is to make your website look better and convert more visitors by providing you with 5 minutes of feedback. For your 5 minutes, go to startuplens.com and click Submit Your Site. Today we're going to be looking at liveinnovative.com, home of innovative web designs in good old Redding, California. Now, some of you may know my wife is actually from Redding, California, so this is quite a treat to be able to review a site like this from the old hometown. Let's take a quick look at this site. To start off with, we have a black background, which is, it's a different approach, but I think it works here. I actually like the way it feels. It feels very classy. To me, it feels like a Mercedes or a Rolls Royce. It's got the silvery look. It's very Web 2.0. I'm really digging on the logos down here. Of course, the logos all look nice, and I think this looks, very impressive. Up here we have testimonials. I'm having a little bit of trouble reading them. It'd be nice if this little pane here was a little darker. I do like that they appear to rotate. I think they should rotate a little faster. It seems like it's every 30 or 45 seconds, and every 10 to 15 would be even better. It may even need to refresh the page to get them. But anyways, it would be nice if they rotated every 10 to 15 seconds. Over here we have a date. This should go away. No need to have it there. More clutter on the page. Same with this search bar here. No one is going to come and search your site. They just don't need to. What is your first consideration here? I think this needs to go. Here is my opinion on this site. You have two main courses of action, two things that you want people to do. The first thing is you want them to provide you with their contact information. You really just want to get their email address so you can engage with them over the course of the next 6 months, so that when they think about a web designer, they think about you. Your number two course of action is to actually get them, of course, to look at your portfolio and ultimately to buy. So here's what I would do. I would replace this little poll here with something like an email capture. And there's an email form, and it says, sign up now to receive our free report, 5 tips you must know before hiring a web designer, or 5 tips you must know about having a website built, or something like that, something very engaging. And then you can just write up, a 1 or 2 page nice little PDF report with the tips of what someone should know. And as you gather email addresses, you engage the customer. You email them and say, hey, you're interested in the report. That's really great. Here's some other, good information about hiring web designers. And of course, you don't use this as a big sales pitch. You actually provide them with valuable information, and it builds confidence in you and in your brand, and you will absolutely capture a lot more customers this way. Without capturing that email address, then you're going to get, 100 or 500 visitors a month to this site, and everyone goes away, and you don't get any retention. So that's what you want to do. You want to build a relationship. Okay, scrolling down, I like this bottom navigation here, the footer. This should not say subscribe. It should actually say maybe get started. Instead of back to top, how about check out our portfolio? Because if they've scrolled down here, then maybe they should just be able to click and be able to click right into your portfolio, which is fantastic that it's the number 2 thing in line here at the top navigation, because it is what you want people to be looking at. Portfolio is nice. I would like to see the images clickable here. You have View Live Site, which is nice, and this. So I think this is really classy, that it does a little iframe pop-up in a JavaScript window. I think that's cool. I like that it doesn't take you off the screen. I like that it doesn't do a clunky pop-up. It actually, it's pretty elegant. It's pretty fancy. So I'm digging that. I frankly like this portfolio functionality. I think you definitely want to call out these testimonials a lot more than you have, because when you skim through this, you don't realize that there are these big testimonials. And if these testimonials were edited down to like 1 sentence and then made much larger, right under the header here, put the big testimonial and separate it from your description of the site. And so the first thing people see is they see fruit baby goods, and then they see innovative design is excellent to work with, ... And really shorten it down to just the essence of each of these testimonials. I think people's eyes will go to it much easier. We don't have time to look at all the pages, but I do think on the other sub pages where it talks about services, I would like to see something in the side navigation, still trying to engage the customer, offering them a report to get their email address. Looking at design and logo, that's good. Website hosting, I don't like how all of this is a link, and when you click here, it actually gives you a pretty big kind of clunky page that really doesn't fit. I mean, it just looks kind of awkward. I would probably just keep this, don't even link to it. Just say website hosting. We provide website hosting, extremely competitive rates. The odds of someone clicking and signing up for website hosting without engaging your company first are virtually nil. So what's going to happen is, as a designer, once you build a site or as you're building it, you're going to say, hey, we'll host it for you. And it's always going to be that relationship that sells your hosting. So why even link to it here? Instead, mention that you do website hosting, that you're very competitive, and then during the process of the project, you'll build a relationship and you'll be able to, get your hosting in place. And to wrap up, let's take a quick look at the contact form. So I think this form needs a little bit of work. A, it's too big. B, for a web design firm, this thing really has to be nails. Like, it has to look fantastic. And not having this left side aligned is pretty bad. So this needs to be more in line. It looks like it looks like it's just off by a couple of characters there. I would also eliminate the subject field. Someone will put that in the message. I would consider removing the name field. You kind of just want to shorten this form up to make people more likely to do it. I hope all these are optional. You may even want to put the optional here so people know that it is. And then this button should be a lot bigger and make me really want to click it. I know that someone's not just going to click it without anything in there because your button is big, but it's almost kind of hard to see and off to the side here. So, having a much bigger, much more attractive button that really fits in with your theme right here, I think is just going to help improve the page and gives your site an overall context and, keeps the attractive look going. That's all we have time for today. Please post a comment, send me a tweet, send me an email. Let me know if these kinds of reviews are valuable to you. If you like this review, look just above the video and please click on that retweet button. Help me spread the word so I can keep doing these reviews. And for your 5 minutes of feedback, go to startuplens.com and click submit your site.